I fell in love once, and there was a boy that I met in church. We started out as friends, what I thought was really innocent. Just a couple of phone calls, just to talk about Sunday service. And a year passed by, and we started developing feelings for each other. And I was really happy. We were really happy. And, we were just in a blissful relationship. And we both started falling away from church. And as soon as I graduated high school, I moved in with him. And things started moving quickly. By the age of 20, I was already engaged to the guy. And I was so happy, to finally be in love and to plan our lives together. And but then things started going downhill. He started saying mean things to me. That I was a loser, and I wasn't worth anything, and no one else would want me. And we started arguing a lot, just about everything and anything. And it came to a point where he became abusive physically. And that broke me down even more than he had already done. And I started to question myself. I really thought that this was true love. But if this was true love, why would his hands hurt me? Why would he beat me down instead of lifting me up? Why would he strip every part of me, every dignity I had left, to leave me broken? I was at my lowest, so depressed. It came to a point where he wanted to kill me. And I thought to myself, why fight the fight? I just felt like I didn't want to live anymore. But then I started hearing God's voice, and I started praying to him and asking him if he can fix this relationship. And that's when I started seeking God, when I needed something fixed in my life, because things weren't as happy as they used to be. I thought God is God. He can do anything if I could just ask him. Was I wrong? That relationship turned sour. But God had different plans for me. I remember having lunch with my dad one day, and this was a couple months before we were getting married. And it's just crazy when I prayed those prayers, how God spoke to me through my father. And my father said very simple words to me without even knowing the situation. He told me, you're not obligated to stay with this man. I can see that you're not happy. I have a room for you at home. Just come home. And I looked in his eyes, and I can tell that it was God's grace, that it was my Father's grace, that he would forgive me for leaving home, for living with a man who wasn't my husband. allowing me to be at home in his comfort and in his love. And I realized then and there that that was from God. So from that day forward, I started trusting God with my life. I started to see and experience God for the first time, and how he picked the calluses that were on my heart, picked away at it, and start replacing it with his truths about who I am, that I am the daughter of a king, that I am valuable. My value supersedes anything on this earth. That his love is unconditional, and that his hands would never hurt me, but they were bruised for me, and that his words would never, ever hurt me, but they would heal me from all of the enemy's lies, from all of the pain and the scars that were embedded in my heart because of the relationship. And I started to experience his perfect and overwhelming unconditional love for me. And it's just such a joy, such a passion that overwhelms me, that till this day I share it with my sisters, with my family, and with anybody that I know who has or is going through something that I've gone through. And I believe that stories speak to the heart. And God has allowed me to experience those trials because through them, he was able to reveal himself to me, that he is God and that he is love, and that he is the only person that would ever love me without hurting me. And so I fell in love again. But this time, it was true love.